we're going to get it all going. We're going to figure it out. That was just filibustering.
The good thing is we can edit.
Yep.
Out for the...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mostly Harmless, the podcast. I am Sarah.
And I am Matt J. House.
My husband.
It's me. You asked for it, and I brought it in.
I was going to say, probably the funnier of the two of us, so this is a real treat for people.
I am planning on being as serious as humanly possible.
Then you guys are going to be sorely disappointed. So Mostly Harmless, Matt. Where did the name come from? We are not a true crime podcast.
We have nothing to do with the serial killer documentary series Mostly Harmless.
Oh, is that
It is. It's on Netflix. And just to be clear,
sorry guys, don't sue us.
I also Googled many times, and that's we're surprisingly not the only people to use Mostly Harmless. But so I am a huge Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fan. I got the little thumbs up. Don't Panic, 42, all that stuff. The books are my favorite thing. I will give anybody those as Christmas presents. It's my favorite thing on the world to share with people. And one of the things in the book is, one of the books is named Mostly Harmless. What it was one of the main characters, Ford, was sent to Earth to do a article on the planet Earth for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and he had spent 15 years on Earth compiling data and all the thing, and ultimately he submits it throughout the course of the book, and they come back and he shows Arthur, the other main character, what the entry for Earth was after a 15-year whole thing, and it's like Mostly Harmless. That's 15 years of information compiled on Earth, just mostly harmless. And what's funny is he's like, oh, it used to be harmless. I added the mostly part to it. So that's where Mostly Harmless comes from.
Okay. And I think it also describes my personality pretty well. So,
Fair enough. And I think we're going to be going over a myriad of topics.
Yes.
It's a potpourri of sorts, the grab bag of things that we would talk about.
Yeah, just current events, not going to touch on politics.
Want to stay very far away from
We're
politics.
going to stay as far away from politics as possible, but we're going to talk about current events, pop culture, celebs. So, Matt, we are coming up on 6 years of marriage.
I have a sign on the wall that says when we were established.
Lest you forget.
And it constantly reminds me, because it's like, how many years have we been married?
If you don't have wall art that tells you when you got married,
it's a cheat code, really. It's a cheat code.
Is it real love?
This is when we were married. Stamped,
yes.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yes. 12/1, 2018.
12/1, December, the first present of the 25 days of Christmas.
I was 10 weeks pregnant.
Don't do the math.
And now we could have named this podcast Between Naps, because that's kind of what we're operating on.
See, that'd be a little derivative of Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis.
But people have already given me feedback that the set kind of reminds them of that.
But there's nothing wrong with that because it's an entertaining show.
And then I just realized that my blouse kind of also looks like wallpaper.
It almost looks like our wallpaper.
A floating head?
That would be, I've seen, if you've ever seen on the news, sometimes the weather women will wear green and then there's no blouse. There's just a hands and a face. Yeah. Some of the stuff that we're going to be going over probably on a regular, we're going to talk some reality TV, just depending on what comes up.
Because you guys, if you follow Reality Squad, you all know.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know where our bread is buttered. You know what I mean? And so in order to keep our core demographic...
That's what I like to talk about.
we're trying to fold the money in half to double it, but so, we will talk about some stuff. Like, I want to talk about Love is Blind. I definitely have a few choice thoughts about Cody, but it's not going to be the regular meat and potatoes of the show. It's just going to kind of be what we watched a really cool thing, we might talk about it, but a lot of it's just going to be varying topics, what's going on in the world, this, that, and the other thing.
Well, I made the tagline for the podcast. We are going to talk about all of the topics that you never knew you actually cared about. For example, so if you guys didn't know, Matt and I actually work together.
Yes. We're
extremely codependent in that way. We are together 24/7. And it actually works for us. We don't drive each other crazy.
What certainly does not work for a multitude of human beings.
Yeah,
works perfectly fine for us.
I would not recommend it. I typically would not recommend it, but for us, it works. So I have my iPad on my desk at work and I'm constantly playing like YouTube videos. So you remember how I was watching all of those TikToks about the murder rug lady?
Right.
Yeah. So did I care about that a year ago? No.
I don't know.
I heavily invested for like 2 whole days?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure you care about it now, but
but
there was a chart.
But this woman, you can get, man, talk about, I thought YouTube was unforgiving. I just had a video that, I mean, it didn't go viral, but it definitely appeared to a wider audience than usual. And you always know when you appear to a wider audience because you'll start getting comments like, is that your real voice? Like, what's with the vocal fry? And it's like, okay, you're new here. Welcome, new people. So I thought YouTube was tough, right? Like your skin has to be thick to be on YouTube. Man, TikTok, what TikTok giveth, TikTok will take away.
I don't even have TikTok.
The faster they rise, the harder they fall.
Yeah, I don't even have TikTok.
I mean, most people wouldn't recommend it because like spyware and whatever, but
it's going to be banned in the United States.
Also, but you know, there's fascinating sagas. There's a family that it's like 6 people living in a 1-bedroom apartment.
By choice though, right?
Well, not really by choice. It's what they can afford. But the thing is, the choice in it is a 1-bedroom apartment. The parents are in the room with like a really nice TV, PlayStation 5, all this. The kids are sleeping on like foam mattress toppers on the floor in the kitchen, and there's animals, there's flea situation, there's lice. It's a whole thing. And
it's like I won't throw shade on a person trying to
Jenkins, the resilient Jenkins. They are the hot topic.
Resilient wouldn't be the word I would use for that. I would say probably could.
Resilient so this woman, she has been trying to go viral, right? Aren't we all? Now she is.
But for the right reasons.
Right. There's something called, have you heard of rage baiting?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's rage bait, clickbait, thirst traps, all that stuff.
We are thirst traps. We do not rage bait, but we will thirst trap.
Feet pics coming soon.
If that's what it comes to.
That's what it comes to. No, we do have actual jobs in the real world.
We do. We have actual jobs.
Not to shade those who are content creators by trade, but we do have jobs outside that we work as well as this. Just to clarify.
Just to be clear. We are big It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fans. Mostly, we want to invite you guys into our world, share our kind of discussion with you. I know that a lot of you guys have, Matt, you've joined me on my channel before.
Occasionally,
People love you. I believe you were called a mix of Jason Segel and Seth Rogan, so 2 people that have yet to be canceled in Hollywood. So
far,
here's
hoping.
Fingers
it's only a matter of time till they find that.
It's not like, oh, I'm really sorry, but you remind me of Seth Rogan.
That sucks for anyone who looked like Kevin Spacey or any of those people. It's like, oh gosh, that was good up until it wasn't.
Yeah.
One of the things that you all are really going to come to love is watching Sarah and I learn how to speak together on a podcast, because it's hard to get a co-host situation going. I've done podcasts in the past, and getting that mix of good banter and it being able to pause while the other person's speaking it takes And you can't practice it. You can't. It just comes naturally. So you will see probably on occasion where it's something that's too good to edit out, you will see that sometimes we'll be speaking over each other, but over time you will follow the evolution of Mostly Harmless.
Do mostly no harm.
Yeah, that works. Do mostly no harm. I like it.
All right, you guys, we are so excited to put out our first episode. The first topic that we are going to cover, I am going to get all of Matt's takes on Sister Wives. So it's kind of going to be a segue from Reality Squad, which, by the way, nothing is changing with Reality Squad. That's going to go on business as usual, as will Sarah Spills, if I ever have time to get an episode out for that. But
yeah, you're months due on that.
Yes, I am. But this is a companion podcast to our lives.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can also check out our newly designed website for our production company called Level 42 Studios. That would be level42studios.com. On there, you can it's going to have the most recent episode of each of Sarah's shows and this one, along with some stuff I worked on a long time ago. And really anything that we do is all going to be under that one big umbrella. And you can email or reach out to us on Level 42. Go to the website, shoot us an email at info@level42.com. And if you ever need to get a hold of us for any reason, don't just want to go to the YouTubes or whatever.
Oh, and also, I think it's important to note, since this is a podcast, it is going to be on YouTube, but we will also be
on Apple Music and
Spotify,
Google Play and all that stuff as well.
All the platforms. So wherever you are listening to this, or if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you follow or subscribe, make sure you like, and if you're able to leave a review, preferably 5 stars.
Reviews are fantastic. And honestly, I'm not opposed to a 1-star review with an option to change. You know,
on principle, I am opposed because I don't think I'm a 1-star person.
Right.
But
I'm a 5-star man.
If you think I'm a 1-star person, then
But I would, if you have criticism, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to address it.
I'm just going to put it out there that yes, my voice is like this. So I apologize.
But that's how you were born.
Well, Valley.
Mama.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening to us today.
And when you go out and you go about your days, remember to do mostly no harm.
Bye.